Oh, hello everybody. Oh my goodness me. Marvelous. How are we all today? With my high starch collar, my high top shoes, my hair piled high up on my head, I went to lose a jolly hour on the trolley and lost my heart instead. With his light brown derby and his bright green tie, he was quite the handsomest of men. I started to yet, so I counted to 10, then I counted to 10 again. Clang, clang, clang went the trolley, you know it. Ding, ding, ding went the bell. Zing, zing, zing went my heartstrings. From the moment I saw him, I fell. Chuck, chuck, chuck went the motor. Bump, bump, bump went the brake. Thump, thump, thump went my heartstrings. When he smiled, you could feel a car shake. He tipped his hat and took a seat. He said he hoped he hadn't stepped upon my feet. He asked my name, I held my breath. I couldn't speak because he scared me half to death. Buzz, buzz, buzz went the buzzer. Plop, plop, plop went the wheels. Stop, stop, stop went my heartstrings. As he started to go, then I started to know how it feels when the universe thrills. Now this song I sang in an old MGM musical, you know, when they used to do musicals almost every day. They don't do them so much anymore. Buzz, buzz, buzz went the buzzer. Plop, plop, plop went the wheels. Stop, stop went my heartstrings. As he started to leave, I could hold up his sleeve with my hand, and as if it worthwhile, he stayed on with me, and it was grand just to stand with his hand holding mine to the end of the line. Oh, thank you. Oh, you're marvelous. Thank you so much. Thank you. I love you. Thank you. Do you really want more? You were tired. But haven't they been marvelous today? You know, we've had some wonderful performers on the stage. And, well, it's really nice to come out. And I thought I might, because it's so marvelous to be out here on the stage here. I haven't been in Sydney for such a long time, and it's wonderful, you know, and I'm very happy that you've asked me here today. You know, the last time I was asked to do a show, I used to work at an old studio. It doesn't exist anymore, and the studio was called MGM. We used to call it Metro. And, well, I was there for a long time, since I was just a little girl, you know, before the war, before the Civil War, I think, or I don't know which war it was. Anyway, and so I was there for 15 years, and then all of a sudden, they let me go. Leo the lion bit me, and I was out of work, and, well, you know, I was a single mother, and I had to work, you know, so I started doing concerts, and I worked all over the country, and then I went overseas, and I worked in London, and then they phoned me one day, and they said, oh, Judy, what we're going to do is we're going to open a theater called the Palace Theater in New York. Okay, and I remember the Palace Theater because it was an old, vaudeville theater, and it was, well, it was derelict. There was no roof on the theater, and there was hardly any chairs in there, and there was no lighting or sound, and they said, we want you to open the Palace. And I said, well, where are they going to sit? You know, and if it rains, do they bring umbrella? And they said, oh, no, Judy, don't worry about that. We're going to put a new roof on the theater, and we're going to put some new seats in there, and you're going to open it, you're going to be marvelous. You'll be marvelous. And I was still a little nervous, you know, because I'd not opened a theater like that before. You know, the Palace Theater was an old vaudeville theater where all those acts used to play long before they had talking pictures. And then finally, when they brought out the talkies, all those acts went into the movies, you know, and they all started working there. And vaudeville died. So they said, we want you to bring it back. We want you to have, so I said, well, oh, okay. And then they said, well, look, just to make it a little easier for you, we thought we might write a number for you that would celebrate all those acts that were in the Palace Theater. And I thought, oh, that sounds very exciting. So they wrote this wonderful song. And, you know, coming here today brings back all those memories and all these acts on the stage. So I thought I might sing that for you. Would you like to hear my Palace number? Would you? Okay. All right, let's do it, shall we? I'll just stay here for the moment till I can make my way up. There's no one to help me. I'm going to have to crawl up, you know. That's what we had to do in those days. At least I don't have a cord now. In the old days, we used to have a cord. I used to trip over it all the time. So I used to put it over my shoulder. Okay, I'm ready when you are. I've played the state, the capital, but people said don't stop until you've played the palace. You haven't played the top. For years I had it preached to me and drummed into my head, unless you played the palace, you might as well be dead. A team of hoofers was the headline at the Majestic down in Dallas, but they canceled the day their agent called to say you can open the bill at the palace. So it became the Hall of Fame, the Mecca of the trade. When you have played the palace, you knew that you were made. So I hope you'll understand my wondrous thrill, 'cause vaudeville's back at the palace, and I'm on the bill. And all around me I hear voices that I can't ignore, the voices of the stars who played the palace long before, the stars who entertained you until the rafters rang. You don't need their names, for the whole world acclaims them for the wonderful songs they sang. Some of these days you're gonna miss me, honey. Some of these days you're gonna feel so lonely. You'll miss my hugging, you're gonna miss my kisses. You'll miss me, honey, when I'm far away. I don't care what people think of me. I'm happy-go-lucky, they say that I'm plucky, contented, and carefree. I don't care a clerk or just a millionaire. Don't try to rearrange me, there's nothing can change me, 'cause I don't care. There's Eddie Cantor, Georgie Jessel, Lou Holmes, Johnson and Olsen, the Howard Boys, the Collins and Foys, and that singing fool Al Jolson. Weep no more, my lady, sing that song again for me. Sing on, Black Joe, just as though you had me on your knee. A million baby kisses I'll deliver if you only play that Swanee River rockabye. Your rockabye baby with a Dixie So with humility, I stand in front of you. I'm proud to play the palace. It's like a dream come true. That is why I'd like to shout it up and down, just to say Broadway and the two a day.